Happy Wednesday!
Hello.
Hello, good to see everyone. We are so stinking excited for today. We're very, very, very excited. We have so many fun things planned. I can't wait.
Yeah.
We're decked out. We're ready
We
to
are.
go.
We are.
I have a pumpkin spice latte and my orange cup with water.
I'm not that festive.
So
this is as festive as I'll get.
I'm ready.
My son, who's 4, by the way.
You know
him.
Right, I know him.
But he said, I have a Smokey shirt on today. It's just so cute how they say
Smokey
words
cute today. Smokey cute. Well, hello. We're so glad you're here. It's good to see everybody in the comments. We have so many tricks up our sleeves today, so we're excited. I would love it if you are new around here, if you could pretty please drop a number 1 in the comments. If you consider yourself new to Hoop Sisters, new to Quilt-In-The-Hoop, whichever, we would love to know that as well. But yeah, we have a lot of fun planned, and we do have a reveal coming up, but we have a couple housekeeping things that we definitely want to get to. Hello, number 1s. I see you out there. We have a lot of people watching on YouTube, and we also have people watching over on Facebook. So I saw something about our shirt. I love your shirt, and she's a number 1. Yeah, I told Sarah my t-shirt budget around launches is struggling. It seems like we keep buying more clothes,
something new,
more new clothes. So, okay, that's super fun. It's good to see you all, and thank you for dropping a number 1. And if you have been around for a while, give us a number 2 so we can tell you thank you so much for being a Hoop Sister or Hoop Mister. Okay, I think we should start here. We should introduce you to us and the Hoop Sisters. So why don't you start with that?
Yeah, so we are a family business. So the 4 of us right there, we are all family, and we get the honor of working together, which is really fun. So my name is Sarah. First of all, you can see me in that image. I'm on the far left side. And then this is actually my sister, Aubrey, right here. She's on the far right. Now, we're sisters, but we're not the sisters. The Hoop Sisters are right in the center on that picture. Next to me is Linda. And right next to Linda is Annie. And Annie actually happens to be our mother as well. And Linda is our aunt. Yeah. So that is the family.
Yeah. So good to meet you all. By the way, Sarah's pretty pregnant in that photo.
I'm very pregnant in that photo.
What a stinker. Look how good you look.
It's all about the angle. Well, I'm hiding behind Linda, if you can't tell.
Well, here's what we want you to know. I know there's some people dropping number 1s that they're new, and some people dropping number 2s that they consider themselves part of the fam, and we're super glad that you should be called that. But we want to make sure that you guys who are dropping number 1s know what you got yourself into. Basically, this is a completely free virtual workshop. So it doesn't cost anything to register for it. Right. Or watch it and learn something new, which is super fun. So what else are we going to do during this workshop?
So we're going to showcase, I almost held it up.
No, not yet.
We're going to showcase a brand new Quilt-In-The-Hoop design that you guys get to see for the very first time.
Yep.
And then we're going to show you today how to stitch out a block from the design. And then tomorrow, what are we going to do tomorrow? You said you were going to do something tomorrow. Do you remember?
I might have changed my mind.
Okay, well, we're going to get Aubrey to agree to it on the live, because that's what she does to me.
I think I'm going to trim tomorrow. Trim and pin. I think I can do this.
Yeah, Aubrey.
I'm the only one that doesn't, by the way, if you're not picking up on this. I do more of the business side of the business. And I don't do any of the quilting and sewing, but I'm thinking I might tomorrow.
She texted me the other night and said she was.
I think I can do it.
Yeah, so I just had to get her to agree to it on the live.
Son of a gun, that was tricky.
She's gonna trim, and she's going to pin to show you guys joining and how to join your blocks together.
I mean, I've only seen it done for 14 years. I think I can figure it out.
I think you got this.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, it doesn't say on here, but I'm going to show you guys a cheater sleeve method.
Yes.
And I'm calling it a cheater sleeve method because it includes 0 hand stitching. If you guys have not heard me say before, I don't like to hand stitch. I'm not good at it. It takes me a very long time. So I I like to do things on the machine. So that's how we're going to do the sleeve tomorrow.
And I think you're going to love that. And I do have, that is a slide that's coming up. She jumped ahead.
Okay.
But also when you register in advance to attend our workshops, we do like to send you a confirmation reminder email that includes a free gift. And for this particular adorably spooky, cute design that we're about to show you, it is I'm going to grab this. Why don't you tell me what it is?
Yeah, it's the candy corn mug rug. I was just looking over there. I didn't see it, but it's the candy corn mug rug, super cute, super simple, just kind of a way to test out Hoop Sisters, look at our instructions. It's just our free gift to you as a thank you for registering to join us here.
And Teresa says right there with you on the hand stitching. So Teresa, join us tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, okay, the other thing that we want you guys to know before we get into all the good stuff today is that we do work with quilt shops all over the US. We have some also in Canada, Australia, all over the place really. But these particular shops are the ones who have this design on their website in the store ready to go. So if you are local to Sewing Concepts in Woodstock, Illinois, or Cortez Quilt Company in Cortez, I'm assuming that's Colorado. I'm bad with states. Yep. Calico Station in Orange Park, Florida, Yankee Quilter in Seymour, Connecticut. She is shoppable online via download right now as she deals with a really devastating flood in her area. Be So Busy, oh my gosh, Sarah.
Almanitos, California, and I might still be saying that wrong.
Aurora Sewing Center in East Aurora, New York. Super Stitch in Northeast Pennsylvania, Quilter's Yard in Junction City, Kansas, and then Calico Cats in Lake Jackson, Texas. And a lot of these were on last week during Meet Our Shops. So these shops have the freebie, they have the bonus, they have the ability to price match during our workshop special pricing. So they're pretty awesome. And if they are near you, we highly encourage you to shop with them. Oh, that's awesome. I think that's so cool. I'm going to pop this up. Loretta says the mug rug convinced her to join in and make some great purchases. The mug rugs were so easy and instructions are easy to follow. That's awesome. So you went from a number 1 to a number 2, I would say. Yeah. So, okay. Very, very cool. And the next thing that we want you to know, which Sarah, we kind of talked about just now,
jumped ahead,
but this is what we plan to do. Plus, I got to say, my goal for today is that you watching at home, I want to hear them go just once.
You want to hear them?
Well, I want them to do it. I'm not going to be able to hear them.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to get it. I think we're going to get a gasp at some point.
I think we will. I think I know when too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But today we are going to talk about tools of the trade. So a little about battleizer, water soluble thread, and then we're going to run through how to stitch one of the blocks. I keep wanting to grab this and hold it up and say, we're going to stitch this block in the hoop of your embroidery machine. Tomorrow, I already jumped ahead, like I said, and we talked about how Aubrey's going to show you how to trim with the trimmer by George 3.0, and then how to pin using that anchor pin method. And then we'll show you that quilt sleeve trick, which I've seen some comments. I think they're excited about that.
I think so too. And Sarah, someone said they love your shirt.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't get the same shirt as you this time. I went rogue.
You did.
That's
okay. That's okay.
Cheater sleeve method. We are going to show that tomorrow.
Yes,
day
tomorrow.
2. If you don't like hand sewing a sleeve on your quilt, join us tomorrow because that's going to be really, really cool. Okay. I'm almost done with these announcements, I swear. But we just want you guys to all completely understand what's going on. So as always, we have a real life, wonderful human answering the phones. And her name is Nina Gladden. She's also in the comments of the live today. She is so cool because she's watching on YouTube and answering, watching on Facebook and answering, and then answering
how
the
she
phone.
does it.
I don't either.
I used to try to keep up, and then I stopped trying because
you're like, Nina's
she
got
answers them before me.
And there's wonderful comments about Nina in the comments even. So just know, as you're watching along through this workshop, if there's something that really isn't making sense to you, especially when it comes to maybe adding things to your cart or access to the free gift, really the best thing to do, since we have so many comments rolling in, the best thing to do is get a hold of Nina after the live. Her phone number is listed there as well as her email. And we will also pop that up again towards the end. Okay. So Paula, I see, for example, said, where do you get the candy corn mug rug? Go ahead and email Nina and she will help you out. So if it's questions like that, the best thing to do, Sarah and I are not going to be able to help you, but Nina will be able to help you. So, okay, just know that. Okay.
Now it's time. Can I grab it now?
Well, I don't know. Do you guys want to see this?
They don't want to see
They
it.
don't?
No.
I think they do. I think you do want to see this. Do you want me to hold it and so you can talk?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Wait, should I maybe do this first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So who wants to see it? They're saying yes now. Oh, wait, I have one more thing before
my goodness. She can draw this out.
I promise that you are going to like it, though. Oh, no. Let me fix something. And then I promise. So what I'm doing right now is getting your giveaway word up. So see, I told you you didn't want to see it yet. So we do have a live keyword for the giveaway today. Someone who's watching live has the opportunity to win $50 in Hoop Sisters store credit by typing the word spooky in the comments. Okay, now stop teasing, she says. All right, you guys ready?
Okay, let's do it.
Do-do-do-do.
Okay, spooky
Yay.
cute. This is spooky cute. I hope it lives up to the expectation. It's a really fun one.
It is.
It has 9 unique blocks in the center. So that's excluding the border blocks, 9 unique blocks. And they're just really fun to stitch. You have stitch and flip method. You've got some applique. There's some reverse applique, which we're actually going to do today. That's our candy corn block. And I know candy
Someone
corn
said gasp, and that wasn't even the part. Yes.
but just so cute. So
Yeah.
like cute little witch's hat.
Let's show it over there.
Oh, yes, you're right.
So we're going to switch over to this other camera so you guys can see. We want you to see all of the really amazing details in this quilt.
So let's see if I can hold this up right. So there's the cute little witch's hat. And this witch's hat is pieced with the stitch and flip piecing method. And just a cutie little spider on there. I hate spiders, but that spider is cute. I think
that's the only place I want to see them.
Actually, one of my favorite blocks is the bat block.
I know.
I know
it's so precious.
Cute.
And just so you know, we haven't said this yet, but all the quilting that you see, and it's very light. We used a light background, light thread, but all the quilting is included. So you don't have to get it long armed or figure out how to quilt it after.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna fold this back. There is a rod in the back of this through the sleeve. So if you're wondering why it's kind of hanging like it is, that's why. But this really cute little ghost, he's a cute little ghost holding a boo pennant. Is that a pennant? I think that's what that's called.
Because I want to say pendant, and you always tell me I'm wrong.
Me too. Candy corn block, and this is what we're gonna stitch out today is the candy corn block. And then down
they're
below,
gasping. I love it.
Is I can't move it any further that way.
Where do you want me to go?
I just wanted to go.
Did you show this?
No, not yet.
Okay.
The caramel apple block, so cute,
so adorable.
And then the boo block, that's all the way to the left. Let's see if we can.
I'm trying to help, but I don't know if I am.
The boo block. This is really cute. I know it's hard to see because the quilting matches the background fabric. But there's so much detail in here that I kind of felt like the quilting should match the background fabric. But this has really, really cute, just like a cobweb kind of quilting in the background for our little friend right here, which is so cute.
It is cute. And by the way, this quilting, I don't know if you guys, if it's picking up okay, it kind of looks like leaves, like almost like fall leaves.
Yeah. And then there's a little spooky
field
down here with some cute trees and pumpkins. And this quilting, I really like. The quilting's a little bit different in the background of each of these blocks. If you can't tell, this is kind of like wind quilting. So it's kind of got these cute little swirls to mimic wind. And then we have a pieced pumpkin.
So cute.
That's really cute. Which one did I miss? Oh, the only one I missed, because I said there are 9 unique blocks. The last one is the 31 block. And that just has, I don't know how well that color is picking up on camera, but it's not. It's so pretty.
It is a very pretty purple in person, and it looks darker on camera than it actually is.
So there is spooky cute.
Isn't that precious?
Yes.
And I have said this before. I'm going to say it again. I'm not a Halloween person. I could honestly take it or leave it. But this design right here, I would honestly
It's
hang in my
cute.
house,
Yes.
like in my entryway.
Yes.
And it's really, really cute is the right word.
It's adorable.
It takes all the spooky things and makes them
Can
cute.
I read Brenda's comment? Her
Yeah.
comment says, apples look good enough to eat, or maybe I'm just hungry. That sounds like something I would say, Brenda.
Yes. Here's another one. We'll talk about this tomorrow, right?
Okay. Yes. To line up the quilting lines.
Yeah.
So one of the cool things I would say about this design as well is you don't have to line up quilting perfectly, because the quilting is unique in each of the unique blocks. You have a little bit of everything. It's not really intended for the quilting lines to match up perfectly. So if that's something that you struggle with, don't worry about it with this. I would focus more on the corners of your block with this, and Aubrey's going to show you how to do this tomorrow, how to pin everything. Yeah.
She just grinned at me like, haha.
This is how she got me to show you guys the cheater sleeve method tomorrow. So
well, we both got tricked into something then, didn't we? Okay. So I did see a couple comments asking about sizing. So I want to just jump into that real quick. Do you want to talk about this, Sarah?
Yeah. So there's a small and a large wall hanging with this. And okay. I can't multitask.
I know.
Just pointing at a comment and I'm like, oh, I'm totally derailed now. There's a small and a large wall hanging. I have in front of me, the sample that we have is our small wall hanging. It's about 25.5 by 25.5. So it's a great size. And then there are two different block sizes with this. There's a about 4.9 by about 3.9 is the smaller size block. The larger size is about 4.9 by 5.9. So make sure you can at least you have the sewing field to do a 4.9 by 5.9 block. You want to make sure you can fit that larger block on that small wall hanging. And then same with the large wall hanging. There's a 5.5 block by a 6.9 block and a 6.9 by an 8.32 block. So to do the large wall hanging, you need at least a sewing field of 6.9 by 8.32. And then last thing I want to talk about on this slide is that the large wall hanging is about 36 by 36. So I think they're both really good sizes.
Yeah. And so again, we are showing the smallest size in ours. So just know that. Okay.
Is this our
Hey, Annie. Is Annie watching? Because we need someone to help us with something in here.
We'll see if she comes.
Yeah, we'll see if she comes.
I'm going to go ahead and hang this up back here.
Annie is going to come help us with something real quick.
Don't do it yet. I'm going to switch over to us, Aubrey.
Okay, well, actually,
oh, do we have a second?
I do. Well, stay there. Stay there. Don't leave. Don't leave because it's coming. Okay, so we wanted you to know this isn't the gasp either. We do have some fabric kits. And these always go fast, as you know. In fact, if Nina could drop the order link. If you decide to pull the trigger early, which is like right now, make sure you read the top and it'll tell you about the promotions and things like that too, okay? But they're limited supply, $55. And they are included in the Create Your Own Bundle 10% off. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. We will talk about that in greater detail in just a moment. And I will say too, if you're shopping with one of those shops that we mentioned earlier that has this design, please shop their fabric, okay? Go ahead and support them. I think I can flip this one more time.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This is the part that I was very excited about.
Okay.
That I was hoping to see some gasps. Okay. So we will see. We're going to pop us up on screen. And then, Annie, whenever you are ready, my dear.
Is he going to do it?
Give it a minute. Oh, I think my screen is turned down too low. Can you guys see it? Oh, can you guys see it? Is it working?
I don't think it's glowing.
I think I have too much computer screen light on it. Okay, no, I think it is working. Someone said glow in the dark.
Turn your.
Okay, we can't see it, guys.
It's my computer monitor.
Turn your screen light down. You
No,
won't be able to see it, but they
can they see it?
I would think so.
I don't know. I don't know if it's working.
They're saying glow in the dark. And
Gasping.
I saw gasping.
Okay, it's working. It's not working for us, but I'm glad it's working for you.
Someone said, wow, love that it glows in the dark.
Good.
Okay.
That was so
We
weird.
could not see it
Because
we've done that many, many times before.
we could see it in person, but we could not see it on the screen. And I thought, oh no. It does. It glows in the dark. So
in one thing, this is not glow in the dark thread. This is glow in the dark fabric. So the background fabric and the spooky cute kits is glow in the dark.
Yeah.
The fabric itself is.
Right.
So that is included in those kits. And it is so fun. Okay.
Because it's hefty. Okay, so I'm glad that worked because at first I thought it wasn't working, but then I saw people gasping in the comments. So again, the thread is not glow in the dark. The design is not glow in the dark.
The fabric.
But the fabric is glow in the. Here's some of it. Here's our little handy dandy kit.
Quarters. And
they could see it the first time. Okay, I just panicked, but it seemed like it was working.
I don't know why that didn't show on the screen.
And we will post this too, but it's so cool. It is the cutest.
Lots of different fabrics.
And that purple is showing up
I think
a lot better.
Yeah, that looks, where is it? That looks more true to color right there.
Yep. So again, we do have limited supply. We keep getting more and more and more, but again, it sells out so quick. So if you're interested in it, I wouldn't wait too long. Could we use glow in the dark thread? I don't see why not.
Yeah.
We don't have any, but you could definitely get some somewhere, I'm sure, and go to town. I just think that is such a fun and unique aspect. We've never done anything with glow in the dark.
No, and Carolyn says she has glow in the dark fabric, so now she has a use for it. That's awesome.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Not all of the fabric is glow in the dark, by the way, just the background fabric.
Yes.
That you see
So
there.
just the white background.
I think the next page is an image of it as well. Maybe.
I don't remember. Okay. No, it just reiterates that there is glow in the dark fabric. It is the white fabric that's included in the kit. Okay. So just know that. Okay. So that was one thing up our sleeve, but we're not done yet.
Now what's the treat?
You don't remember?
I don't. I have a hard time.
No, Mary, we are not selling just the white. It all comes in a kit. It's all pre-cut and ready to go. So it's all in one thing. So we're also doing free.
Oh, okay.
That's so nice.
I do remember this. I just
yes,
don't
I know you would. So we are doing free shipping. It is within the contiguous U.S. Not because we're mean. It's just how it works out, unfortunately. But if you're in the United States, within the contiguous U.S., we're doing free shipping on orders over $129. We haven't even talked about the pricing and the design yet, but we're going to get there. Just know that we have this going on as well. And all of these things are automatic promotions, meaning you do not need a coupon code. Okay. You don't need a coupon code. Just add things to your cart and you will get the best deal for what you have in your cart. Okay. All right. Someone said they used glow in the dark fabric on another design and it worked great. That's awesome. Okay. So we haven't even, do you want to stitch some
We haven't even stitched it. Let's at least talk to them about this and then I can go stitch.
Okay. And then do that way, if they want to get ordering, they can. So during our workshops, we do like to do limited time pricing. And a couple years ago, we didn't put a new design on sale at all for like a year. So this is always very exciting. So basically, I'm going to have Nina drop the order link. If you go to the link that Nina is dropping over on YouTube and Facebook, it'll take you to our website. And in the specific category for Spooky Cute, if you put any 2 items in your cart, they can be downloads. So we do have other designs in there as well. Then you'll automatically get 10% off at your cart level, and you'll get the bonus, which we also haven't talked about. And there's a lot to know about this bonus.
There is.
So give us a minute and you're going to want this bonus. So that'll pop in automatically as well. Why don't you tell them about expiration, exclusions, and all that good stuff?
So this promotion, like Aubrey said, it's automatic. So everything will happen at your cart level. It expires tomorrow night at midnight. and it excludes the strip stick, the monopoly invisible thread, and the Vanish Light water soluble thread. I did see a question. I'm not exactly sure if this is what she was talking about. But Amy Phelps, you were asking, are the $30 and $9 threads the same, just a smaller spool? I think you're talking about the Vanish Light water soluble thread. And yes, one of them is a 2,000 yard spool and one is a 300 yard spool. So there are two different sizes of Vanish Light water soluble thread. Does free shipping include the 15-yard battleizer? Yes, it does.
Okay, so this deal expires tomorrow at midnight. Fabric kits will not last that long. It does exclude the strip stick and any kind of thread that we have on the website, okay? All right. Wow, we just went over a ton. We're not done yet. Sarah's about to, ooh, you got to switch that thing.
Oh my goodness, I do.
She's going to switch her camera over. And while she's doing that, I think I'll just kind of keep going if that's okay.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about this bonus because it's not just a mug rug, you guys. And by the way, just a mug rug, are you kidding me? They're adorable. But this particular mug rug will actually, it can replace one of the blocks in the quilt. And while Sarah is getting her camera set up, I'm going to show you this. So this adorable trick or treat mug rug with the little candies on it. We have tricks and treats today, but this one says trick or treat, and it can replace the candy corn in the quilt. So, is that another gasp?
And that's amazing
moment?
Because there's already 9 unique blocks excluding the border blocks in here. So that makes 10.
Yeah. So you can pop this in place of maybe just this one or in place of both of them, or you can just use it as a mug rug. So this bonus, as cute and sweet and little as it is, it's got some big wow factor to it as well. So just know that pops into your cart automatically for free. It's a $15 value, but you would get it for free if you do the create your own bundle, adding 2 of any of the products minus a few exclusions from that category to your cart. Okay. Sarah looks to be ready.
I'm all ready.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So like I said, we're going to stitch out the candy corn block. So I'm over at my machine and I have battleizer, which is our batting and stabilizer combination in my hoop. No need for any additional stabilizer or anything else. You can just stitch directly on this one product, which is why we absolutely love it. And I already did a few steps. So I'm just following our step-by-step instructions. If you guys haven't seen these, they're great. You get pictures of each step as well as just, an explanation telling you exactly what fabric or thread or notion that you're going to use in that particular step. So for step 1, I stitched my placement stitch right on the battleizer. And I did that with, you're going to want to do it with a water soluble thread. I'm using an orange thread just so that we can see it a little bit better on camera. Step 2 is an optional step. You can choose to add wool batting for a little extra dimension in your blocks if you like that look. If you don't like it, just skip step 2, which I'm going to skip for today's demonstration. And then I went right on to step 3, which stitched our placement stitches right on our block. And then step 4 is where we start to kind of build our block and add our really pretty fabrics. So for step 4, we're going to use our white fabric and we're going to place that over our placement stitch and we're going to tack that down still with that water soluble thread and the needle. And just a reminder, I have orange so that we can see it.
I have a question when you're ready.
Yeah.
So someone wanted to know if the trick or treat block could replace any other block in the quilt, or is it only going, because we do have multiple block sizes within the quilt, which also gives it a lot of added interest.
It can replace, so it looks like that's our smaller block, so it can replace them. Oh, they can't see you what you're doing.
No, they can't. I was showing you because I didn't want to say something dumb.
Yeah, it can replace the smaller size block. So we'll show it to you again, but it looks like it's the candy corn block, the bat block.
Yeah.
I would probably just do those 2. You'd have to turn it on its side for it to replace the other small blocks. So
I think that would look silly.
Is up to you, though.
But yeah, 2 for sure.
Okay, so now what we're going to do, we have that tacked down. We're going to use our hoop scissors, and I'm just going to trim a scant 1/4 inch away from my tack down stitching. And one of the things about Hoop Sisters and quilting in the hoop is everything is digitized right where it should be. And when you are cutting for, seam allowances and things like that, it does not have to be perfect.
We like not being perfect.
I know, don't we?
Brenda over on YouTube said, when you purchase the digital design and download it, can you go back to your account at a later time and re-download it if need be? Yes, you can. It's actually really, really handy.
Goodness, I got that all turned around. Okay, so I've got my fabric tacked down. I trimmed it a scant 1/4 inch away from my tack down stitching. And I should say, I don't want to fly through this. I used our hoop scissors, which just have this nice offset handle to make trimming in the hoop a lot easier. Aubrey's making a silly face at me. I don't know what she's doing. Okay, so next is our orange fabric. Here we're going to take our orange fabric and we're going to place a neutral thread in the needle. Neutral, I still use an embroidery thread for a neutral thread. I just use one that kind of matches my fabric. Now we're going to take our orange fabric, place it right side down. The raw edges are approximately even with my white fabric I just placed, and we'll sew our seam. Now we're going to take our fabric and flip that right side up. And we're going to finger press our fabric smooth. And then still with that same fabric in the needle, we're going to sew our tack down.
And Vanity said that she's so far from perfect. Well, then you're going to love this method.
Me too. Okay, so now before we move to our next step, I'm going to use our hoop scissors again. And I'm just going to quickly trim a scant 1/4 inch from that tack down.
She's building candy corn.
And candy corn, we kind of talked a little about candy corn in our lives last week. We were live every day last week for a crash course in Hoop Sisters. And we talked a little about candy corn, and we've determined it's kind of a love it or hate it candy, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it.
And for step 7, we're going to do that same thing. So still using an orange fabric for our other candy corn, right side down, raw edges approximately even with our white fabric, and we're going to sew our seam.
Cindy over on YouTube, if you, I would say go buy the fabric kit now. It'll go with your design, and then email Nina and she can help you out with the rest of it.
Flip our fabric right side up. Finger press and smooth out, and then we're going to sew our tack down. If you guys think that you can do this so far and you feel confident in watching me do it, you can do any of this.
Yep.
These are so simple to make. You're going to be amazed. Okay, now again, we're going to trim our fabric a scant 1/4 inch. And I'm still just using our regular hoop scissors. We do have a mini as well, which I'll show you in a second. And now we're going to follow these same steps using the stitch and flip technique. And for about the next 4 steps, we are going to place our yellow fabric. So right side down, raw edges approximately even. It does not have to be perfect. We're going to sew our seam. And then we're going to flip our fabric right side up, and this will stitch the tack down. And I still have the neutral thread from my orange in there. You can switch it to a neutral thread that matches your yellow a little bit more if you want. I tend to not have an issue just keeping that orange in there. It's pretty darn close to my yellow fabric anyway. And now I'm just taking my hoop off. And one thing I'll say about trimming in the hoop, you do want to make sure that you are trimming on a hard, flat surface. You do not want to place the hoop in your lap, on your knees, anything like that. Place it on a hard, flat surface when you're trimming, because you don't want to shift your design while it's in the hoop and potentially have to redo your block. That is no fun. I don't like starting over. So again, we're just finishing that second candy corn, and then we're going to add the backing fabric. And this is a reverse applique block.
I was looking at that, Sarah, and I was like, oh my gosh, what did she do?
Like, she forgot that.
She started hard and weird.
No. So we'll flip this right side up. Nope, this is a reverse applique block. So it's a little bit of a twist, and you're adding your backing fabric last. And then I'm going to show you a nice trick for trimming away the backing fabric. Okay.
Yeah, Audrey just asked that. And yes, she's stitching on just the battleizer, and she's doing a reverse applique.
Yep. I guess I should have mentioned that earlier because some people are probably like, this girl doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah, that's not normal.
Something looks wrong with that, doesn't it? Okay, again, this is trimmed the same way. So just a scant 1/4 inch, somewhere right around there. I'm placing my hoop back on the machine, and now my glow-in-the-dark fabric was hiding from me. So I've got my glow-in-the-dark background fabric now. I'm going to take this and I'm going to align this over my block. See, we're covering up all our candy corn, but just watch. We'll fix it up in a second. Now with a water-soluble thread, this step would be very important to use a water-soluble thread because it's going to tack down around the edges of the block, and you don't want those basting stitches to show in your seam allowance. So that's why we use a water-soluble thread right there. It's also going to tack down around our candy corn. Again, just for clarification, I do have an orange thread because I want to be able to see it on camera.
But you should not use an orange thread.
That's right.
Sue over on YouTube, I see your question. I would say definitely call Nina and she can, or email Nina and she will be able to help you out, okay?
Okay, now right here, it's going to stitch right around the edge of the both candy corns. It's going to do it twice around there because we're going to trim close to that tack down stitching.
So cute. So you could technically make this a mug rug too. I feel like you could take almost any block.
I think so.
From the inside of this quilt and make cute little mug rugs.
Cute.
So if you have grandkids, how fun to give them this with a bag of candy at Halloween.
That'd be cute.
In glow-in-the-dark fabric. Oh my gosh. And notice Sarah's not doing anything right now. So it's so easy. Yeah.
Okay, now we have a couple more steps in this block, but before we proceed to the next step, let me find our instructions. I do want to show you this. So in our instructions, we are on step 13. And I think you can see right here, this is the step that we're on. So what this is showing you is an image of what we just stitched, and then it's instructing you exactly where to cut out. So you can see where those red X's are. We're going to cut out these two areas, okay? The best way to start cutting in these two areas is to use a Hoop Scissors Mini. This also has that offset handle, and it has a really fine point on it. What I recommend is just to lay your scissors flat, and you just kind of slowly, if I can do it on
This
here.
is a great block to sew because this is a little different.
Yes. So what I did, I just laid it flat and I'm just kind of grabbing the fabric in between it. And I know you can't see that on camera, but I have a little hole in my fabric now and I can just slide my blade right in there. And it only went through the background fabric. So that's a really nice trick to get that fabric trimmed away. I think it's a little easier and a little safer. You're not going to trim into your block as easily if you do that trick as opposed to using a seam ripper for that.
Okay, I'm going to answer a question real quick. I saw someone asked if they could pick this up at the Lima location. We do have these designs in stock here. We do not have the fabric kits here. They are shipping out of Woodstock, Illinois. So if you're in Ohio and thinking you're just going to stop by and grab it, I would order online at least the kit, okay? And yes, these are embroidery designs. So everything Sarah is doing right now is in the hoop of her embroidery machine.
Okay. So
yes, this is the reverse applique.
Yep.
Sorry, Sarah.
That's okay. We've got one more little block to stitch. So again, I'm going to show you. I kind of lay my scissors flat. And it might take a couple times, but you're going to kind of catch your fabric right in there. And it's such a little bit of fabric. I know it's hard to see on camera, but just lay your scissors flat, kind of play with it, try to catch that background fabric. and it will allow you to sneak your blade right in a small hole. Are you laughing at me? Or
no, I'm laughing
okay.
at Diane because she knows us so well that she was like, for a second, I thought it was Aubrey's hands because Sarah's nails are done.
I know. I haven't done my nails in years, but.
So are these all reverse applique, or is it just this specific block?
Just this block is reverse applique. So any of the other applique blocks, which looks like it's the apple block, the boo block, the 31 block, and the bat block, which the bat block might be my favorite. But those are all just traditional applique.
Okay, Rhonda, that's a great tip too. Sometimes she uses her seam ripper just to get a hole started to like poke just that white fabric with her seam ripper and then uses her scissors.
Yeah, so I've done that too, Rhonda. You must be better at it than me because I tend to rip into my entire block when I do it that way.
Okay, well,
kind of just pinching it in between the blades. It's only going to pinch that fabric right on top. Whereas the seam ripper, you're kind of pointing it down into there. Rhonda's better with her seam ripper than I am, though. I think I have PTSD with the seam ripper or something. Is upsetting.
Everyone's always got their little way that works for them, huh?
Yeah. So in our next step, second to last step, we're going to stitch our quilting on our background fabric really quick. So Lisa wants to know what's the benefit of reverse applique versus regular applique. She said she's never done reverse applique. It's just kind of a fun and different way to do applique. I wouldn't say there's really a benefit toward one or the other, Lisa. Just a different technique.
Change it up. That is so pretty. I really like that orange, like quilting thread that you're using there.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
Stands out. And so Mary wants to know, when you first lay down the fabric, can you create a little hole also? Yes, Mary, you can definitely do that. Just be careful of the placement of those holes, obviously, but that's also a really good idea. Okay, so now we've got our quilting done. We just have one last step, and that is just to sew the satin stitch on our raw edges. In our sample, I used a thread that matches my background fabric. I'm just going to continue on with my orange thread in here, and we're going to stitch our satin stitch.
Joni said her order's placed, and now she's going to have to stalk the mailman for her fabric. You're going to run out the door when you see him coming. I also saw a question earlier. No, the spooky word is not case sensitive. So however you put it in there, it'll pick it up. Pre-poke a hole. I like how she hyphenated
Mary,
that.
Love your ideas.
Just make sure you lay it down and know where it's going to be. You guys are smart. See, Nina's helping people on the back end, answering comments in here. Go, Nina, go.
Okay, Aubrey, that just has to sew the satin stitches on that, and then I can show it. If we want to talk about anything else while that's stitching.
Oh, yeah. You know I always got something to talk about. Okay. So, again, the bonus, I'm going to kind of repeat some of this stuff because I know we've had some people hop on since we began. But we do have this bonus that you would get if you create your own bundle. It can be its own mug rug, or you can replace the smallest block in your quilt with the trick or treat. Okay. The design, let's talk about that. So the design is $45. But if you order during the workshop and you create your own bundle, you do get 10% off. So it's always really smart if you're planning on doing it to just get it during the workshop. So that means before tomorrow night, Thursday, September 5th at midnight Eastern time. Okay. So let's say you do the spooky cute design for $45. The fabric kit is $55. The bonus design, if you bought it separately, which you can't even do during the workshop, would have been $15. So it would have cost $115. During workshop pricing, it goes down to $90. So is my math right there? 115 minus 90. Okay. So you're going to save $25. I don't know about you guys, but $25 is $25, cool. Right? So if you're thinking you need battleizer or you need the trimmer, something like that, that would count towards the bundle bonus. And if you want free shipping, you can just add things to your cart till you get to 129. So if you need a 15 yards of battleizer or a trim or whatever. So that's a nice way to get that shipping cost taken off.
I should
as
also
well.
say, since we're talking about shipping and you're talking about the 15 yard,
Yeah.
just for reference, this comes in the small and the large size. If you are doing the small size wall hanging, which is what's behind us, it's about 25 by 25 off the top of my head. You need that 5-yard package of battleizer. If you're doing the large size, you might need a little bit more. You might need 6 to 8 yards. Definitely do Frankenbat. If you're not familiar with Frankenbat, look that up because it will save you on battleizer.
Yes.
So just for reference when you're ordering.
Mary said, did my order and then some. Hopefully you got that free shipping at 129 then too. And I'm loving the comments that say gas. I think it's so fun. We were hoping that you would be super excited and surprised by a bunch of really good stuff. Brenda, you said you wish you were close. I think you were meaning maybe to one of the stores, but you can order, if you're not close to a store, you can order it online from us. And I'll have Nina drop that as long as she's not on the phone with somebody. We'll drop that in the comments as well, so you guys can go directly to the order link. So you can get the complete set. We're going to show the bonus again. I've seen a couple questions about that. So the free gift, let's just actually pull this down, Sarah, and talk about these things.
I'm trying to read that comment too while we're doing this.
You want to do this?
You know me, I can't multitask. Are we showing them where this goes?
Yeah.
So this is your bonus design. And this bonus design is super cute. And what I love about it is it can act as another block within your quilt. So you can replace the candy corn block or the bat block, one of them, with this. And it's super cute. It's the same size as the 31 in Boo. I wouldn't do it, but you guys are free to use your creative discretion and do whatever you want with this block. But I think it'd just be really cute replacing one of those blocks.
Adorable. And as I was saying, you could also just take the blocks and make them individual
That
mug
would
rugs,
be really cute.
or make them just just the bat or just the pumpkin or just the caramel apple, and gift just that little section to a grandkid with like a little bag of candy.
It's
I think
cute.
it would be super
The little
duper
blue
adorable.
block is really cute.
Is the batting on the battleizer cotton or polyester? It's both. It's a cotton poly blend.
Okay, and I saw a comment up here, Pamela. Where were you, Pamela? There you are. Pamela, over on Facebook, you were asking about joining again. Join us tomorrow. You might have seen the demonstration already with Autumn Garden. I know your comment references that a little bit. Join us tomorrow. Aubrey is going to walk through pinning. And if you have any questions, we can answer those during the live. I think you're talking about getting the basting stitch to line up really nicely. Because this one doesn't really have quilting that you have to get to line up, but we'll answer any questions then.
Okay, so as we just said, tomorrow we're going to do trimming, pinning, joining, and stick around tomorrow because Sarah's also going to do her quilt sleeve trick, which we have never done on one of these lives. I also have a giveaway, and I also want to pop Nina's information up here. But before we completely go away, I am going to go back to the create your own bundle slide because I've seen a couple questions and I think it would be helpful if we did that. And it looks like Sarah wants to show you something too.
So here is our finished block. I actually really like the orange for the background quilting too. And then even the satin stitch. Cute little block. And I hope we didn't lose it. Margaret said, is water soluble thread only for the tack down and placement stitches? Yeah, it's for some of the tack down and placement stitches in your block as you're building it, not for joining obviously, but just for tack down and placement stitches. And our instructions, we have step-by-step instructions that tell you exactly what thread you need and where to put that thread, where to use it. So I think those are really helpful for you.
And then if you're working tomorrow, like Lori, we do send a replay out in email after the live. So you can catch that. Because you don't want to miss that quilt sleeve trick. I think that's going to be super duper helpful.
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure I don't get you guys seasick, but I do want to go back a smidge to this screen here and talk a little bit about this because I have seen a couple questions. I do have a giveaway. Oh, congrats, Mary. I hope you love it. She Nancy. She got her kit for the first time. All right, so create your own bundle. I'll ask Nina if she could drop that link to the order page again. And basically, there might be 2 pages in that.
I bet there are.
So if you are looking at the link that's about to drop to where to shop, if you scroll all the way down, you can tab over. There's a number 2 at the bottom. But we've put several designs in there that can be downloaded instead of, ordering something that has to ship to you. But if you pick a couple things in there, 2 things will get you 10% off. Plus, it'll get you the bonus that we showed you. Both of those things will happen automatically, okay? If you need a couple extra things, I highly recommend taking advantage of the free shipping at $129. That's to the contiguous US only. But if you're in the US, that's a great way to go. If you're outside of the US, I would get this design as a download and look at some of the other downloadable choices that we have in that category as well. Couple exclusions: the strip stick and any thread is excluded from the create your own bundle. But that means the battleizer, the trimmer, the scissors are included, which is fantastic. Okay. All right. So you want to do a giveaway? Should we do a giveaway?
Let's do it.
So the keyword is spooky. You got one more shot at entering that. And then we're going to go ahead and share our screen and pick a winner. And the person whose name pops up is going to win $50 in Hoop Sisters store credit to be used at any time. All right, here we go. Holy smokes, you guys. Okay.
It always teases us.
Marsha Gray over on Facebook. Congratulations, Marsha. Everybody tell her congratulations. She's the winner of $50 in Hoop Sisters store credit. So we do have replays, but it pays to watch the live, right?
I saw one of the questions said too, how long are replays available? They're always there. They're always there. You can always watch them on Facebook or YouTube. So
yes. Yeah. And Annie came in just a minute ago and said there's very, very few, like less than a handful of kits left. So man, those go quick. So, okay, Marsha Gray, email Nina. You have 5 days to email Nina. Let her know that your name was drawn on this live, and she will get $50 in Hoop Sisters store credit added to your account. So congratulations. And then make sure to come back tomorrow. We've got a really fun day coming at you tomorrow. And as we close out, I do want to just pop Nina's information up here. If you had a specific question about your account or quantities or free gift or anything like that, get a hold of her directly. And that's the easiest way for us to give you the very best customer service. Her email and phone number are on the screen. Okay.
Can I say 2 things before we go? So I've seen a couple questions about how do you finish the back? Is the backing done in the hoop? Things that are relating to backing. We're going to talk about backing a little more tomorrow, and I'll just give you guys a quick run through on how to do a backing on it. It's a 1-piece back for this, not done in the hoop, just 1 piece of fabric added to the back afterwards. Not a lot to show because it's just a 1-piece back.
That's it.
There you go.
That is it.
Yeah, not done in the hoop. And then one of the other questions was, I like to use my own fabrics. Do you provide yardages and instructions? Yes, you will find, this is what the front page looks like, a fabric and thread key in your instructions. And this is showing you yardage that you need for the small wall hanging. It tells you just what color fabric, how much yardage, and then also, as I drop it, also for the large wall hanging. So yes, it is on there. If you prefer to use your stash, please do that because you can just use that fabric and thread key.
Yes. Okay. Fantastic.
There's that sleeve gasp.
I know. I'm loving seeing all the gasps. It's so fun. All right. You guys have been so much fun. We've had a fantastic time. Oh my gosh. Annie just, every time I hear that door, I'm like, she's going to tell me something. Annie just said the kits are sold out. Sold out. We've never had that many before in our life, and they're sold out. So fantastic. If you guys got a kit, you're lucky. If you didn't, we will post in our Facebook group, or you can email Nina and get it. We'll post the fabric that we used, but really this could be really pretty in anything. And it might even be a nice stash buster if you didn't get your hands on one.
I think it could be.
Okay, you all, we will see you back here tomorrow, 2 p.m. and go over a whole bunch of good things from trimming, pinning, joining, and sleeve. We got a busy day. Okay. Bye.
See you guys then.